Charleston, South Carolina. A cold, quiet morning in early autumn. Claire Bennett stood outside her small corner bakery, hands dusted with flour, watching the sunrise paint the brick streets gold. Behind her, the soft scent of banana bread and cinnamon rolled out into the air. It was a morning like any other, until she saw him again. Same man. Same bench. He sat across the street, motionless. A man worn down by the world. Coat torn at the sleeves. Boots cracked. Shoulders bent under invisible weight. He never begged. Never made eye contact. Just existed, like something forgotten. But that morning, something shifted in Claire. She took a deep breath, crossed the street, and placed a warm loaf in front of him. It's fresh. I thought, you might like it. He blinked, as if waking up from some far-off place. His voice barely a whisper. Thank you. Claire, she smiled gently. He only nodded. Didn't offer his name. But something in his eyes softened, the first ember of trust. 3 years passed. Without fail, each morning, Claire left something by the bench, a muffin, hot coffee, and sometimes, a little folded note. You're not invisible. I see you. You matter. He rarely spoke. Sometimes disappeared for days. But he always returned, and so did she. Her kindness never wavered. She never asked what happened to him. Never needed to. Compassion doesn't ask questions. Meanwhile, life moved forward. Claire's bakery flourished. She met Ryan Hale, a local firefighter with kind eyes and hands that held hers like something sacred. They fell in love in the quietest way, no fireworks, just warmth. They planned a spring wedding, simple, elegant, filled with family, close friends, and Claire's famous cupcakes. But weeks before the wedding, the man was gone. No trace. Claire asked around. Nothing. Part of her heart sank. Had she lost him for good? The old church glowed with golden afternoon light, spilling through stained glass windows. Claire, in a flowing ivory gown, stood beside Ryan at the altar. Soft music. Breathless silence. Just as the vows began. The doors burst open. The room turned. Gasps rippled like thunder. 14 United States Marines entered the sanctuary. Full dress blues. White gloves. Polished metals. Boots striking in perfect rhythm. Like ghosts of honor marching through the heart of the ceremony. At the front, one Marine stepped out and removed his cap. It was him. James Carter. But this was not the man from the bench. This was a soldier reborn. Clean-shaven. Upright. Eyes clear and unwavering. Claire Bennett, he began, voice firm, eyes glassy. I was a broken man, invisible to the world. But every morning, you gave me warmth. You fed me without pity. You never asked for my past. You treated me like a human, when I no longer felt like one. Ryan held Claire's hand tighter. The church fell still. My name is Staff Sergeant James Carter. I served 3 tours overseas. I came back to nothing. And for a long time, I believed I was nothing. He paused. His voice cracked, not from weakness, but from memory. Until you. A woman with banana bread and faith. He turned to his fellow Marines. These men. My brothers. When I told them your story, they said one thing. We march for her. Another Marine stepped forward and handed Claire a small velvet box. Inside, a gold-plated challenge coin, engraved with the Marine motto. Semper Fidelis, always faithful. This is not given to civilians lightly, James said, his voice steady now. But you, Claire. You brought me back from the edge. You deserve this more than most who wear this uniform. Claire's voice trembled. Tears shimmered in her eyes. The weight of what she had done, what she had saved, finally hit her. Ryan leaned closer, whispering. "You never told me you saved a soldier." She let out a tearful laugh. "I just gave him banana bread." The crowd burst into applause. Not for a ceremony. For grace. For humanity. Claire's act, once done in silence, became the spark for something larger. She and James partnered to launch an organization. One Warm Meal, delivering daily meals to homeless veterans across the country. Claire never sought attention. But she became the voice for those too silent to speak. Years later, Claire and Ryan had a daughter. They named her Hope. On her 5th birthday, a group of Marines arrived outside the bakery. No press. No speeches. Just cupcakes. And a note. For Hope. Because your mother fed one of our own. And we never forget our own. You don't need to wear a uniform to be a hero. Sometimes, you just need warm bread, and a heart that sees the unseen. Real heroism is silent, patient, and kind. It doesn't ask for anything, but changes everything.